Hello, hello, hello. I am a hot mess today, I tell you. Oh my goodness, how is everyone doing? Uh, I was supposed to be in courtside today, but obviously I'm not. But oh my goodness. So how is everyone doing? Let me see who's in the house. First of all, I want to tell you what the topic is, and that is how do you stay sane in a world that's going crazy? And it does seem that things are just going so berserk around us. There's so much divisiveness. This is not a political conversation, so I don't want to get into politics, don't want to go wild there, but I just want to talk about how do you tune out so much negativity and so much going on, and how do you maintain your sanity? How do you not get stressed out? How do you not worry? How do you not think about, with everything going on, the price is going up every time I go in the grocery store? It seems like prices are higher and higher. Every time I go to the gas station over the last month, prices are higher and higher. How do you stay sane? How do you not let anxiety overtake you? How do you not really worry about things that you really don't have the ability to change or have minimal ability to change? And I want to talk about that today. But before we do that, let me go ahead and greet folks that are in the house. Hey, Tina, you are the first one. Tina Laplace is the first one in the house today. Oh, it's freezing in Southwest Georgia. Oh my goodness. Well, you guys are getting a cold spell that's really unusual for the South. My brother Donald was telling me that it is snowing in North Carolina where he has, and they are on curfew. They have had a curfew until Monday, and I guess till they can try and get some of the snow shoveled up because they're not used to this kind of snow where he is in North Carolina. And then they're going to be back at it again Thursday, more snow. Do you believe that? Hey, Graham. I had to go to the doctor. I had a bad case of hereditary diarrhea. The doctor said she could fix me, no problem. But what makes me think it's hereditary? Because it's in my genes. Oh, that was kind of a good one, Graham. I have to say that was a good one. Hey, Barry. Barry, I've been meaning to call you. I will call you before the weekend is over, Barry. How is it good going? Uh, I'm back in Virginia. Oh my goodness. Oh, are you sorry, Barry, you didn't stay a little longer in Quartzsite? Because I looked up the weather in Quartzsite today, and let me see what the weather forecast is for Quartzsite. Um, let's see, weather Quartzsite. Um, the weather in for Quartzsite is 76 right now, and it is 4:15. So that means if it's 76 right now, it was probably higher earlier, and it's going to be the highest tomorrow is going to be 75. So Barry, I don't know, Barry. I think you should have stayed in Quartzsite a little longer, a little longer. That's what I'm just thinking. uh, um, uh, Stella, Graham, I'm going to pass on some of these. They look like they're a little risque. I'm going to pass on some of these. Stella Wonders and Wander says, hello, lovely sunny day here in Southern California. It is. I had a long sleeve top on, and I had to come out of that. I was so hot. I was like, oh my goodness, I got to come out of this. I got to come out of this. Hi, Sheila. Hello, hello. Hello. Are you in are you still in Quartzsite, or have you moved on? I'm just let me know. I'm curious. We had a oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, I'm not even going to say that, Uh um Miss Net. Hello, Miss Net. I am going to email you today, Miss Net. I have something I need to tell you. Uh Nora, hey Nora, another one of my great moderators. Marta, Miss Net, Nora. are in the house. Yeah, Marta's here too. Um, uh, Graham said, I found a wallet full of money, and my bride said, as a child of God, what should we do? I said, thank him. Yeah, that's probably what Jess's answer would be for sure. Nora says, hi, Barry. Cold here too, but I love the cold air. I like it for a little while, and then what I love about the cold air is being able to be inside with a fire and some nice hot homemade chicken soup or some delicious tomato soup with grilled cheese sandwich. Oh yeah, yeah. Or some jambalaya or gumbo. Woo, now we're talking. I'm making myself hungry just talking about this. Uh Miss Net said, I stepped away for a second. Hi, Nora. Okay. I was telling you, Miss Net, that I'm going to be emailing you. Hey, Caroline Hannah. Hello, hello. Iris is in the house. Who else is here? Hey, Carol Rivers, one of my members. Hello, hello. Jackie. Hey, Jackie. Oh, you're on your way back to home base in California. Okay. Well, when you get back, we can talk some more about your channel and what you're doing on it. Carolyn rather, Carol Rivers is saying hello, hello. Oh, you're in Long Beach. Oh my goodness. I was just talking to Lindy earlier today about us doing, not right away, but maybe in the spring or early summer, doing a meetup in California. I think that's what I want to do. Uh, Graham is saying, good day, fellow Globies from Hinty, Arizona, Australia. 10 a.m. Sunday morning here, just enjoying my Vegemite on toast and a cup of tea. That sounds pretty good. Hey, Sylvie, hello, hello. Caroline Hannah 3283 is saying hello to folks. Who else is in the house? All right. Well, hey, Billy Clover. Hello, hello. Stella says, I don't watch the news anymore. Yeah, I find that I can't totally break away, but I have reduced my consumption. I find that's the best way to do is to reduce my consumption. And but I do want to know what's going on because I feel a little anxious if I don't, like something might happen and I won't know or I won't know how to prepare. But yeah, hey Muskegee Land, hello, hello. But yeah, I do watch the news, but I don't watch it night and day, night and day, night and day. I tune in maybe in the morning to see if anything crazy happened overnight, and then I might check in the evening. But most of the time, people call me and tell me what's going on. That's how I hear about it most of the time nowadays. Nora says, I stay relatively self by helping myself as much as I can, contribute to causes I believe in, and then paint my heart out. I turn my phone off early too. That's a good idea. I think watching the news late at night, I don't think that's really good for our psyche and our mind because then we're going to sleep with all of this negativity in our mind on going over and over and over. I don't think that's healthy. I really don't think that is healthy. Cassandra says, I limit the amount of news I watch or read. Yep, I agree. Carol Rivers says, I stay busy. That's a good way to cope with it too. Sylvie says, the most valuable thing I have is my faith. And as long as I have that, there's no need to fear. This is what I keep reminding myself. I think that really is the key. I think if you have faith, you believe in God, and you know that He's in control, that's all you can do. You know that and I think God doesn't always cause things to happen, but sometimes He backs up and allows things to happen and says, maybe it's time you folks learned a lesson. Maybe it's time you learned some humility. Maybe it's time, you learn to do things better. And I think that could be sometimes what is happening. Um, Carol says, help others. Yes, I think getting your mind off of yourself and onto others. I just took a break. Have all this content and all these interviews I wanted to upload, but I don't know. I wasn't depressed or anything, but I just wasn't motivated to get things going. And I'm getting my mojo back, but I just decided, you know what, I'm going to just take a break. I've been really exhausted. I don't know why, but really, really, really tired. And that's one of the reasons that I didn't go to Arizona this weekend. I'm just really tired. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to listen to my body. I'm going to rest. And that's kind of what I've been doing. But I think too, I have to wonder if subliminally and subconsciously, a lot of this stuff going on is impacting me in ways that I don't realize. I think we are impacted and don't really understand the impact that a lot of negativity has. And I'm working really hard to not let it impact me, and I've really gotten into meditating in the morning and listening to positive affirmative things first thing in the morning. In fact, Jess had a doctor's appointment for a physical about a week or so ago, and it's interesting. Her doctor told me that studies show that two things: if you exercise even 10 or 15 minutes first thing in the morning, it adds years to your life. And if you exercise 10 minutes or 15 minutes right after eating a meal, I'd never heard of that, but she said it's new research that's coming out that's showing exercising right after eating a meal adds years to your life. Who knew? So I'm thinking, if right after, I'm trying to make a correlation. I don't know if this is a good correlation or not, but if starting your morning off physically, getting your body going and getting your body geared up helps add to your life. If you start in the morning with positive feeding your mind, that should also, I think, combat a lot of the negativity. And then maybe anytime you hear bad news, balance it by seeking something good, whether you read the Bible, the Quran, whatever your thing is. But when you hear bad news, offset it by then doing something or hearing something or tuning into something positive. So I'm working on that, on those two things. Again, first thing in the morning, getting my day started. And I've just talked with a friend, and starting in February, we're going to get together at least 4 times a week and walk along the beach first thing in the morning. After I meditate, feed my mind, my soul, and then feed or exercise my body. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know how it comes along. But I think we have to be very intentional in combating what's being fed into us by other people almost against our will. I think we need to be very intentional about what we allow in and how we combat what is coming in. But hey, Catherine, fabulous 60s. Hi, how late am I? You're not late at all. I wanted to ask you, Catherine, aren't you in Colombia, if I'm not mistaken? And has what has gone on in Venezuela, has that impacted how people are reacting or responding to Americans in Colombia? I'm just kind of curious about that, since Colombia is, so close to Venezuela. I'm wondering about that. Billy says, I still haven't been outside since last Saturday. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I could stay inside for an entire week. Now that I think would affect my mental health. I think that would kind of get me down. I'd have to go outside just to see the sky and just I love nature. I love nature. I love working on the ground and the earth. I love being near water, the ocean, the lakes, streams. So I know even with snow, just walking outside and just breathing the air outside instead of just being inside, seeing the sky, uh, oh, you're in Live Oak, Florida. Oh my goodness. So you did leave Quartzsite. Okay. Well, we'll talk because, oh my goodness, we had a whole thing. Oh my goodness, a whole thing about, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but a company was sending, excuse me, was sending had sent a power station for me to give to someone. And I got the power station. Sheila came from Quartzsite to San Diego to pick it up because I forgot to bring it with me when I went up there. And it didn't work. It had an error code, didn't work. So I've been going back and forth with them because they needed the serial number. It didn't have a serial number on it, but it had a little thing. I guess I finally went online and it has a QR code, and you go into that, and the serial number is inside the QR code. It was a whole big thing. So we're going to send it to me, but I was supposed to be in Quartzsite, so I told them not to send it till Monday. But then I'm going to see about, but I was see about trying to send it directly to Sheila, but I want to test it and make sure it's working. And the one that I've got, they said, don't even send it back, just dispose of it. So I sent them the thing with the error code on it and everything. So now I've got to dispose of a lithium battery, find some e-waste place to, although the nice thing is that it has an extra cord, power cord, which I can use for my I can always use an extra power cord, but anyhow. So Sheila, I'm working on it, but I think what I'm going to do is Sheila, I'm just going to buy one from a different company and find out where you can have something mailed to if you're going to be there for 3 or 4 weeks, and I'll just have that company mail it directly to you. I just don't, whatever. I just got to go with the flow. Hey, Patty. Oh, Chile, Missouri. Oh, we have snow, but the bad ice missed us. Okay, well, according to my brother in North Carolina, there's another storm coming in on Thursday. I don't know if that's going to impact you all or not. Sylvie says, Nora, write on. I write, play instruments, sing, and just begin to try paint. Oh, I tried painting. I was not, just wasn't my forte. I just was not my forte. Graham says, do not watch TV or listen to the news on the radio and only watch Globies. Are other people with love in their hearts? Well, that is a way to do it. Yeah. Only digest mentally and emotionally positive things. Sheila says, it's freezing in Florida? Are you kidding me? So what's the temperature in Florida? Now is Live Oaks in southern Florida, northern, eastern, western? What's the nearest large city to Live Oaks? And it's freezing in Florida. Oh my goodness. Miss Ned is saying hello to everyone. Oh, I miss Cassandra. Oh no, I said hi to Cassandra. I did. And I said hi to Patty. Nora says, I'm in New York and go out almost every day to run my car engine. Oh, yeah. And get some fresh air. Drive. Oh, you drove today for the first time in a week and it felt great. Yeah. I have to get outside at least once a day. Even if it was a blizzard, I just have to. Yeah, I just need to be outside and see the sky, first from not looking through a window, but actually be outside, Sylvie says, Sheila, it's frigid here in Florida right now. I hope you're staying warm. Wow. Now, is this typical weather for where you're at, Sylvie? And is this typical weather based on your experience? Sheila in Live Oak. Oh, oh. Oh, okay. Catherine, Fabulous 60s. Okay, so you're not the Catherine who's in Columbia. All right. Okay, there's another Catherine who's in Columbia. Patty, we are in Northwest Arkansas. Okay. All right. Billy says 18 degrees here in Southern Illinois. I have a friend who's in a suburb of Chicago, and she's telling me that all she can see outside her window is white everywhere. Everywhere. It's just covered, and it's so high on her deck. It's just really high on her deck. Fortunately, she has lovely neighbors. She's 83, my very best friend. She's 83, and she has neighbors who come over and shovel her driveway and shovel her deck and her porch for her. I mean, she has some very cool neighbors. Cassandra is saying hello to everyone. Sheila says, I'm at my cousin's till Tuesday. Okay. And then where are you heading? Because I'm going to try and find a good sale on a similar size power station and get it to you, Sheila. I'm just gonna buy it myself. Nora says, Sylvie, that's wonderful. Have fun. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Sheila's in Florida. Patty says, I'm in Ava, Missouri. Oh my goodness. Oh, Heather. Hi, Heather, in Wisconsin. Oh, it must be cold. I'm getting chills and I'm getting chill bumps just thinking of being in Wisconsin or Illinois right now. So Cassandra says cold in Mississippi but dry. Okay, well at least you don't have snow. Nora says I might even go out tomorrow and stand in front of my building and paint the scene. That would be very cool, painting the scene with all the snow. That does sound nice, doesn't it, Miss Net? Oh my goodness. Everyone's saying hello to Heather. Nora says, Miss Net, tomorrow it might be close to 32 for the first time in more than a week. So that will feel warm. Oh no, I can't live anywhere where 32 degrees feels warm. Nope. Hey, Kenneth, hello. No need to be sorry. Glad you joined us. Nora says, as Don Lemon says, turn off the TV. Yeah, we probably do need to turn off. Nora says she loves him. Catherine, Fabulous 60 says, watching news creates stress. I know all I need from my phone, and yes, I'm stressed. Well, what are you doing, Catherine? I'm curious, in that you have recognized that you're stressed. What are you doing to try and eliminate or alleviate the stress, or to try, as I said earlier, to match the stress intentionally, whatever is stressing you, to counteract that with something positive? I think that's what we need to do. Intentionally, like I said, counteract the things that are stressing us with things that are, like you had bad news, then look for some good news. You see something terrible, look for something positive. I think we need to start doing that. Otherwise, we're just going to be sinking lower and lower emotionally and mentally. Hey, Donna, hello. Hey, Miss Anita, I watched all the news for years. I don't know, Miss Anita. I think it's good to stay connected, but I think right now, I don't know if that's the best thing to do. Hey, Donna, voice and clarity, hello. Miss Freshy3 says, I haven't sat and watched the news in maybe 11 years. I think Facebook, when I scroll, is how I see anything. Northern Maine. Ooh, I bet it is cold in Northern Maine. Ooh, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. But yeah, I think you may have a good idea there, Miss Freshy. Now I'm wondering, how any of you that are in these cold areas, have you noticed that the grocery stores have emptied out? I know Donald, where my brother Donald was, he said the grocery stores the shelves were empty. And I've noticed a lot of people have been telling me that the shelves are empty where they're at, people who are expecting storms and such. Have any of you noticed that that's the case where you're living? Sylvie says, yes, and fear is not a good way to approach any situation. Yeah, I think, like was said earlier, if you can replace fear with faith, that is the way to go. Replacing fear with faith. Absolutely. Kenneth is saying hello, hello. And Nora is saying, yes, Cassandra, free will is a powerful tool. It absolutely is. And exercising that free will is really important. Marta says, so many don't discuss politics, but this chaos is because of politics. I stay up to date. I know I do discuss politics in small circles. And in fact, I had a very heated discussion yesterday about this situation, a situation that's prominent in the news, and me and the person had different ideas on it, and it got pretty heated. But I don't like to do it here because it can get out of hand, and some people come in and trolls come in and just go berserk. And I really want to curate a positive live, and I don't want to pretend everything is hunky dory because it's not. And that's why I'm asking how you guys deal with stress. But I don't want to get into debates that can turn ugly. I just don't want to do that. I have enough of that, dealing with that with people I know that we're going back and forth. So I don't want to do it online. But I do think sometimes we do have to speak up. And I'm concerned. I am concerned about what's happening right now in the country. And that's why I'm asking you all how you're coping with this. We'll see. We'll see how things go. And I have some thoughts on what is going to be happening later on in the year. And at some point, depending on how things go, I may share those thoughts on what I'm anticipating, what is going to happen. And I've been saying this for, I guess, about 18 months now. And it's looking more and more like what I was predicting is actually going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. Everyone is saying hello again. Sylvie says, I'm so glad that you are listening to your body and taking care of yourself, Carol. Yes, I really, I normally, the old me, which the old me is just a month ago or so, I would have just said, okay, I got to press on, press on. I have someone I need to interview. I had someone I wanted to meet Lindy's son because he's in Arizona in Quartzsite. He came to visit her, and you want to meet your friends, extended family. And I wanted to, but my body was saying, no, you need to rest. And normally I would honestly tune that out and say, I got to press on. I got to press on. I got to press on. But I just was so tired that I decided, you know what? There was a couple interviews I was going to do. And I thought, you know what? I need to reestablish my priorities, and me catching up and taking care of my body and catching up on my rest is more important than getting those interviews right now. And if I can get them later, fine. And if I can't get them, so be it. But I just needed the rest. And I listened to my body. Let's see. Hey, Vons. Hello, hello. Only listening while camping. Where are you camping? Are you in Quartzsite again, Vons? I thought I saw earlier that you were back in Quartzsite. Follow the chariot. Hey, I like that. Hello, everyone from Crescent City, California. Yeah, I looked at Crescent City for property and then I changed my mind. Catherine says it does impact. Absolutely, Catherine. Absolutely. 3 generations. Iris says, amen, Carol. Do your best and give God the rest. Absolutely. Our mission so far from home is to pass the flame of love given us by our Heavenly Father. All glory to God. Yes, I think when we can, to pass that on and to be kind and lift others up as we can. And if you're exhausted and depleted and mentally and emotionally just depleted and down to your last, you can't lift anyone up. You can barely even lift yourself up. So yeah, I do believe that I agree, Iris. Everyone is saying hello, hello, and Miss Ned is saying amen to Iris. Catherine Fabulous 60 says, I believe positive affirmations help. I'm bad about starting that habit to read or say. Yeah, I think positive affirmations help too. I really do. But I really do. There's a program that I listen to now in the morning. It's called Grace Oasis. Let me see if I can put a comment so you can see it. Grace Oasis. One of my moderators could drop that. I'd really appreciate that. But yeah, Grace Oasis. Um, did I post a comment? Oh, yeah, it's a program that comes on every morning about, I think it's about maybe 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning. It comes on, and they have a topic every day, and they talk about that topic, and then they go into and have a prayer. It's about 15 minutes long, and I listen to that every morning. And there's some that I have copied because I want to the title because I want to watch them over and over. They've been so beneficial. But yeah, that's what I start with every morning with, and I found that that's really very helpful to me. um Hey, Vic Cruz, Vig Cruz. I hope I'm saying it right. From Puerto Rico. Hey, hello in Puerto Rico. Are you getting? I'm wondering, are you getting beautiful weather in Puerto Rico, or does it ever snow in Puerto Rico? I wouldn't think so, since it's typically considered the Caribbean. But that's one place I want to make it to is Puerto Rico, and hopefully one day I will. Uh Graham says, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Yes, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Just keep mentally swimming, swimming, swimming. Absolutely. Um, yes, hola, Big Cruz. Hello. Angel's Life. Hey, Angel's Life. When you read the Bible and pray, you get peace. That's what I do. Yes. And there's certain passages that I read that really are helpful to me, where, there's assurances that he's there, that he's going to lift you up. He won't forget you. He won't forsake you. There are certain passages that sometimes you just need to read to remind yourself. You know it mentally, but emotionally, you need to remind yourself, you know. Sylvie says, Graham, swimming is so good for you. Catherine says, angels, yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Hey, Donald, my brother's in the house. I just talked to you a little while ago. We're trying to get a family event together this summer, maybe near Memorial Day. Hey, Billy Clover says, my parking lot is still icy and snow. I don't want to fall getting into my car. No, I don't blame you. I remember when I lived in Boston for a year, and the first big snow, I wasn't used to that. I hadn't lived in snow. I hadn't driven in snow. And I got in the car and I was backing up and going to go forward. And all of a sudden, it was just like it just started sliding, gliding. It was just all ice. And it was like, it wouldn't steer. I couldn't, the brakes didn't work. Nothing worked. And I was just holding my breath because there was a lot of parked cars and I was afraid I was going to smash into one of them. And thank goodness it didn't. It stopped. But it scared me so bad. You have absolutely no traction. You can't hold the road. And then another time when I was living outside of Boston, I opened the door to get out. And as I stood out and wanted to stand up, I went right down. My feet just went right from under me. So yeah, that was not fun. And I absolutely understand why, Billy, you don't want to be going into your parking lot if it's still icy. Oh, no, 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 no. Graham says swimming for body and soul. Absolutely. Hey, Judy. Hello, hello. How are you? Judy saying hi to Jessica and Carol and everyone. I just made it to my son yesterday, and it's 81 degrees in Southern California. I know. I was just talking about, I had to take off. I had a long sleeve, and it wasn't like a sweatshirt. It was just a regular, nice long sleeve top. But I had to, you see what I'm wearing? I'm wearing this sleeveless. I had to. I was burning up. I mean, just burning up. Oh my goodness. Everyone's saying hello to Donald. So you're at your son. Now so I saw that you were you on someone's, are you called now Granny Judy or Grand Judy? Now that you've got not just one but two grandbabies. Oh my goodness. Uh Everyone's saying hello. Hey, Clark. Hello, hello. Start the morning, wake up in bed, various stretching movements. Now, that's a good thing to do. Then drink 1 cup of water with a slice of squeezed lemon. Then 20 minutes of various exercise, focus on core and legs. Now, that's a good thing, a good morning routine, a very good morning routine. I would add add some motivational input to that also. Hey, Maria. Hello, hello. Who else have I not? Sheila's going, that's okay. We'll figure it out. I will figure it out, Sheila, and get it to you when you're going to be somewhere for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Let me know, and I will order something and get it shipped to you. Iris says, yes, Carol, when I ask Google something, my cell lights up with similar information. It's creepy how much our cells listen to us. Oh, yes, it is. It is. Um, and and someone was telling me, I was watching something on TV and then I went onto my cell phone and what I was watching on TV had popped up on my cell phone. I didn't connect my TV to my cell phone. So I'm like, how did they connect my TV to my cell phone without me doing it? And why would they do it without me saying to do it? So, yeah. And oh, yeah, if you heard about what I think I mentioned last week, what they're doing with TikTok now, you have to sign this agreement. And the agreement is that they can track everywhere you are. So a lot of people are dropping out of TikTok for that. Vic Cruz says, I think QR code complicates things. Yeah, I'm very cautious about using QR codes because, different businesses or different things will pop up a QR code and then you go on it and you zoom onto it. And how do you know that when you zoom onto it, they're not going into your phone? Well, they are going into your phone because they send a message. How do you know that when you allow them into your phone, that they can't access other things on your phone? I just don't like letting people in any more than I have to. I'm telling you. Catherine says, Billy, yes, wait till it melts. Our senior community has not been plowed, salted, or anything. One of the reasons we want to leave. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. That's, and this is a dangerous time of year also for people having heart attacks. Older people out shovel, and even not older people, just 40s and 50s, out shoveling snow. So many people every year have heart attacks shoveling snow. Do you believe that? Who knew that it was that rigorous? Because I've never shoveled snow, but apparently it is. I guess the snow is pretty heavy, and when you're doing it for quite a while, it puts a strain on your heart. Yeah. Askegi Land says, you're right about everything. Negative energy is the true enemy. It truly is. It really is. Do you have any people, that after you talk to them, you're just like, oh, gosh. Whoo. I have had to limit my contact with some people who just suck all the life out of me. And after, you get through with a conversation with them, it's just like, holy moly, you feel so depleted. And you have to protect yourself from those kind of people. And every time you offer something positive, they counter it with negative. And you say, well, how about this? They got that. How about this? Finally, you just, oh, goodness. Yeah. Just be cautious of those kind of people. Sylvie says, Angel's Life, not watching TV really helps too. Yeah, or just watching YouTube and selecting what you watch on YouTube. That's what I do anymore. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Susie Aspen. Hello, hello. Muskegee Land says, I walk 10 times a day. Yes, after I eat too. Yes, I'm going to start that, walking after you eat. I'm going to get more information from her. She used to be, I guess, a pretty well-known physician. She said she had lots of TV people come interviewing her and stuff, and she said she just didn't want to do that anymore. But we're gonna see her in another week or so for a follow-up from Jess's physical, and I want to find out some more about these studies that show walking 10 minutes in the morning and walk when you first get up, and 10 minutes, I think it was just 10 minutes after you eat, just for 10 minutes. As she said, as I think she said several years to your life. But I'm going to get some more information on it and I'll share it with you after I talk to her. But doctor's appointments, we're going through so much that she's trying, they're kind of on a schedule. They got to get to the next patient, but she spent a lot of time talking because when we got into talking about that, but then she had to go. So I'm going to try and get some more, or maybe see if we can get together for coffee or something and I can interview her and maybe she can provide some more information for you all. Sheila says northern Florida. Oh, okay. Jacksonville, it's going to be around 20-ish tonight. I didn't know it got that cold in Florida. This is news to me. I mean, I'd heard recently that it snowed somewhere in Florida, but I thought that was just an aberrant thing. I didn't know that it got that cold on a regular basis in Florida.…That's why people are snowbirds. That's why they go to Florida. What's the point in going to Florida if it's 20 degrees? I mean, that doesn't really, Sheila says, no, it's not typical. Okay. There must be a lot of very disappointed people in Florida right now. Went down there for the weather and now it's 20 degrees. Oh my goodness. Muskegee Land says, oh my God, the air and weather in Santa Fe is amazing. Really? Oh, wow. Well, I know I love Sedona. Oh my goodness. Angel Live says, Sylvie, it helps. Sylvie says, I'm 40 minutes south of Tampa, and the last time it was this cold apparently was December of 1989. Oh my goodness. Wow, over 35 years ago. Ooh. So yeah. Vig Cruz says it's in Puerto Rico, it's 75 degrees. Oh my goodness. That's my kind of weather. My kind of weather. Oh boy. Muskegee Land says people are always out walking and exercising. Well, I think people are understanding more. But I'll let me know if you want me to take you along when we do our walk along the beach. Let me know, and I will take you along with me on at least one of our walks on the beach. She said I told her, I said, listen, because she's been doing this for a while. So she goes like 2.5, 3 miles or something. I said, okay, just to let you know, I'm getting new at this. So I'm not going to be walking 3 miles my first time, or maybe even my first 10 times. So I'm going to ease into it. She walks part of it on the pavement and part of it coming back on the sand on the beach. So I'm like, okay, just to let you know, so you can decide you don't want to walk with me because I'm not going to be doing as much as you're doing. And she was like, that's okay. So we'll see. Bunny says hi, Bunny says it was 22 degrees in Virginia. Yeah. And windy today, but I still took the dog for a 45-minute walk. Have to get some fresh air. Yeah, me too. I just have to get out. I can't stay inside. I just can't, Catherine says, Bunny, good for you. Good for the dog too. Absolutely. Graham says it was over 110 here yesterday. Ooh, with an overnight low in the 90s. Overcast and almost chilly in the 80s. That's funny when the 80s is chilly. Oh my gosh, that is funny. Sheila says, I believe Bradenton, Florida. I believe I'm in. Oh, you're in Bradenton. I'll let you know. Okay, I believe Bradenton, Florida. Okay, so you believe you're going to Bradenton. Well, let me know how long you're going to be, when you're going to be somewhere for a couple of weeks. And I will just, like I said, order something from probably Blue Eddy or one of these other companies and just send it to you, or have them send it to you, because it's hard to ship lithium stuff. A regular person, it's hard for us to ship it. So I'd rather they do it because I don't know if you can send it through the US Postal. I think it has to be UPS or but anyhow, let me know and yeah, I will just have them send it directly to you. Uh Bunny says, "Thanks, Catherine. I love my doggy. Best part of her day. That and food." Yeah. Hey, Debbie loves Jesus Riviera. Hello, Rivera. Hello, hello. So you're in Ohio. It's been below zero. Ooh, and you haven't left your house in over a week. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Uh, Ruffer says, Ruffer says, let go and let God. Yep, yep, yep. Uh, Sheila says, leaving around the 2nd or 3rd of February. Okay, so the beginning of next week. All right. Panda Chicken Mama. Hey, Panda Chicken Mama says, hi, Carol and everyone. It was -1. Ooh, at 6 a.m. Oh, I'm just getting chills hearing about all this kind of weather. Yeah, look at, let me show you. Let me show you how sunny and nice it is out there. Do you see how sunny it is? Jess is sitting there. Sunny and nice. Yep, yep, yep. So, Susie's saying hello to everyone. Uh, Iris says 110. No way. I could not survive those temperatures anymore. No, I don't want those kind of temperatures anymore either, Iris. I really don't. Um, Buddy's saying 3 generations. Yes, blast furnace heat sucks the life out of me. I can take cold better than I can take hot. I mean, I can take anything for a very, very short amount, like in Las Vegas when it's really hot, just walking outside and then going right back into another building. But being outside in that kind of heat, especially if you couple it with humidity, I have a hard time and I tend to get sick. Uh, Please don't forget. Oh, thank you, Nora. Yes, thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. I always forget that, but do hit thumbs up if you would. Oh, Follow Cherry says it's 55 degrees here today in Crescent City. That's kind of cool. That's very cool. Hey, a which which one? Hello, hello. Hi there. So nice to be here with a positive message. Yes, yes, yes. We need to uplift each other with positive messages and and positive affirmations. We absolutely do. Nora says the shelves are full by you. Oh, okay. Miss Net says I'm in North Carolina and there's hardly anything on the shelves. Is that crazy? In New York, where Nora is, the shelves are full. In North Carolina, there's hardly anything on the shelves. I'm thinking that maybe in New York, the weather is so bad that people aren't getting out, where in North Carolina, people are not expecting this kind of weather. And when it was still okay, they raced out and got everything and piled up. Whereas in New York, they're used to this kind of weather, so they're already um, supplied and they don't have to go out and clear out the shelves. That's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? I'm just guessing. I don't really don't know. Nora says, I went to the supermarket today, plenty there, shelves packed. Well, my brother Donald's in North Carolina, and he said he went to the supermarket there, like Miss Nett is saying, and the shelves were empty, just totally wiped out. Wow, how interesting. 3 Generations says, Bunny, my body doesn't play well with the cold either. Yeah, extremes of either kind are hard to deal with. Muskegee Land says, I take the Dolly Parton route. I keep my mouth shut. Okay, Muskegee Land. Hey, Lindy's in the house. Lava Lindy is here. Hello, hello. Debbie Love Jesus Rivera says, I stocked up in advance, so haven't been to the store, but I know the stores ran out of bread and some items early on, but most are well stocked with prices a bit elevated. I hate that when they do that. That is gouging, and I think I think it's against the law. But I guess they think, well, if we just raise the prices a little bit, no one will notice and we'll get away with it. But I hate that when they take advantage of difficult situations. I just hate that. Oh, everyone's saying hi to Lindy. And Thank you, Miss Net. Dropped Lindy's link. Kenneth says, if it bleeds, it leads. The news doesn't report every time a plane lands safely. That is so true. It's kind of like when people, you can drive by and, people can be walking and everything else and no one's noticing. But if you drive by and there's people have smashed into each other or something, everyone's looking loose. Why are we attracted to negative so much more often than positive? I wonder why that is. And it's not just a few people or this kind of person or that kind of person. It seems to be universal. Why is that, I wonder? Interesting to note. Uh, Graham says, I thought 110 was hot until we had 115 day a while back. The difference was unbelievable. I hope to never have to see another day like that anytime soon. Well, I'm going to tell you, Graham, I was in Palm Springs. I've been in Palm Springs when it's 121 and 122. I don't think I've been past 122, maybe 123, but it was like when you breathe in, you feel like you're scorching your lungs when you just inhale. Yeah. Can you imagine people who are out in the desert, in the Middle East where it gets to 130s and sand blowing and stuff? I just can't imagine that. Miss Nett says, I deal with stress by listening to motivational podcasts. That's another good one. Miss Nett. Patty Wine says, if you're not cloudy, check out the moon tonight. It's so pretty. Oh, okay. I know in Courtside, the stars were so bright and the sky was so clear. It was just amazing. Really, really, truly amazing. Panda Chicken Mama says, Muskegee Land. I like Dolly's approach and saying hi to Lindy. Billy says, I read Bible, watch videos, hear music, watch neighbors, birds, and squirrels out my window. Okay. Now, I do listen to praise and worship music, and that really, there's so many good artists out there that when I listen to some of these songs, it just lifts my spirit. It just lifts my spirit. So I do listen to praise and worship music. Yeah, okay. I did get the comment on Grace Oasis is the channel I listen to. Thank you, Miss Net, for dropping that. Etc. etc. Hello there. How are you? Is anyone getting pop-up ads? Oh, are you guys getting pop-up ads? Interesting. Graham says, no, but there is snow on the mountains that are less than 100 miles away in winter. We may get a couple of weeks of frosty mornings here in the middle of winter. Okay. All right. Missy Vaughn says hello from Indianapolis, aka Miss Vaughn. You did pronounce it right. Okay, Missy Vaughn. Okay. Your channel be blessed. Oh, thank you. Love your channel. Be blessed. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Billy says, I also go on Facebook. I have sisters there I talk to. I do go on Facebook sometimes to different groups that I plug into. And, if they're doing positive talk, I will engage. Maria says, in Tampa, Florida, it is 43, but feels like 34. High wind advisory. Whoa. Wow. Yeah, Marta, we're tracked by Big Brother on steroids. We are. We absolutely know. We absolutely are. Billy says, I never had TikTok, don't have X. Okay. Yes, Caroline says QR codes can be scammed. Yeah, I wondered about that. I just feel uncomfortable using those QR codes, because if you're taking a picture and then it goes into your phone, what else can get into your phone through that, and what else can they access? I'm just not comfortable with those. Thanks for that information, Sylvie. 3 generations. Iris says, Graham, I grew up in Southwest Florida and 10 years on the same golf in Texas. We had snow in both places and temperatures of 105. Ooh, God led me to Route 101 in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, Texas. And Texas has bugs the size of rats. I mean, whoo, between the heat, the humidity, the bugs, the flooding, oh, that's challenging. That's very challenging. Because I've been looking in Texas even for property for my tiny house community, but I'm just there are just so many things there to to deal with. Graham says sitting and being lonely is more harmful to you than smoking and drinking. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case, Graham. I would not be surprised. Sheila says it's 32 right now, but very windy. 32 in Florida. This is just crazy. 32 in Florida. This sunshine state is 32. Isn't that something? Uh uh Iris said, I wonder how that works, Miss Net. It's an ad for bed sore lawyers. Bed sore lawyers. Oh my goodness. Oh, Linda Brooks says it's 77 degrees here in Quartzsite, Arizona. Yes, yes, yes. This is unusual though. Usually right now it's not this hot in Quartzsite. And when I was there, it was very warm, comparatively speaking, at night also compared to prior years. And I've been going there for about a decade now. And this is the warmest it's been this early. And it's the warmest that I can recall it being consistently at night in January. So I don't know. Well, but I guess people who have solar systems, they're happy. They're happy as clams. They're getting plenty of sunshine for their solar systems. But I'm thinking a lot of people are probably going to leave Quartzsite earlier this year than they usually do because it looks like it's heating up sooner and quicker than is typical there. Clark says, very fine 72 degrees today in San Jose, California. Oh my goodness. Yep. Now I talked to my brother in Oakland and he said it was a little chilly in Oakland, but Oakland is usually a little cooler than San Jose, and San Francisco is usually cooler than both of them. But Ira says, Graham, indeed, today is my 6th anniversary that God took the need for nicotine from me. Well, congratulations, Iris. Congratulations. Thanks, Sheila. Let me know. For sure. Kenneth says, in the winter, my dog is the one who gets me to go outside. Hey, dogs extend your life in more ways than one, don't they? Absolutely. They say seniors who have dogs live longer. And there's a number of reasons for that, clearly. Well, folks, I am going to be heading out. I have some things to do. In fact, I wish I had brought it with me. Nora painted a picture. It was so adorable of a dog. My goddaughter's dog got hit by a car. Got out, was able to dig under the fence and got out of the yard and got hit by a car. And she was just heartbroken. So Nora painted a picture. I sent Nora a picture and she did a painting of the dog that I'm giving to my goddaughter as a gift. I wish I had it with me right now, but it was so adorable. But let me show you. Let me see. I think she showed me the let me show you the picture of the little fella. Oh, he was such a just such a happy little fella, just really happy. And oh gosh, but everyone, yeah, it was heartbreaking. I'm trying to, let me see if I can find the picture. That's him. That was Kenai, my godson dog. Does he not look happy? Does he not look just so happy and And there's another picture of him too. This is him when he was a little puppy. But anyhow, Nora painted a picture of him, and and this is, he was so spoiled. He was spoiled. That's my goddaughter. He was spoiled rotten. I mean, absolutely spoiled rotten. And Nora painted a picture of him, and I'm going to give it. It's in the car, but I don't have time to go get it. And I'm giving it to her today, so I know she's going to be delighted and happy to have that painting of him. Thank you again, Nora. Okay, Quirby Nature, New York City says, hello, which state are you enjoying this sunshine in? I'm in California, and that's where I'm getting all my sunshine in. And San Jose is in California too. So, all right, folks, I am going to close it down. And Sheila, I am going to be airing my interview with you on Monday. I finally got it edited. I was going to get it up today, but I just said, you know what? I'm just going to close out January resting and Monday put up. But this is an interview, and it's about a very serious thing that happened to Sheila. And the interview and the video is a cautionary tale. Whether you're living in a van, whether you're living in a sticks and bricks, wherever you're living. I was over at the customer service at Walmart today, and I was talking to a person that worked there, and we're talking because someone was sending money to someone, and we're just talking, and she said, oh yeah, I asked her, I said, do you ever get people here who get scammed? She says, every single day. She had a doctor, she was telling me a doctor a couple of weeks ago came in and sent $2,000 to someone. And they always ask you, is it a friend? And the doctor was saying, yeah, I forget what she told him. Then she came back to send another 2,000. And so finally, after she sent the second, she said, well, what are you doing? And she goes, well, I have a warrant for my arrest, and I have to send this money so I don't get arrested. Now, this is a doctor. And so the person at Walmart said, I don't believe that's true. And so they called the police, and sure enough, she'd gotten scammed. A doctor had gotten scammed out of $4,000. Then she was telling me all the other people. She was telling me that some guy came in, and someone, I forget why they told him he had to, he was buying a car, and he was doing it through Apple gift cards. And so the person she asked him, did he know the person? He said no. She said, no, I can't do this for you. And he kept coming back, and finally, I don't know whether they called the police, but turned out he was about to get scammed. She says they get dozens and dozens and dozens of people in there that get scammed all the time. They ask them, do you know this person? Do you know who you're sending it to? And she said one of the persons who got scammed later came back and told them that the person who they were sending the money to told them to tell Walmart when they asked them. They said, just tell them it's a friend so that money can go through. So they told them, oh, it's my friend, I know them. So they were groomed and schooled and told what to tell Walmart, and they did, and they got scammed. But anyhow, we're going to talk about something like that on Monday, but ultimately you're going to see why. I think in the end, it's a video that ends with an encouragement and an encouraging and uplifting in the end, even though what has happened, I think the response to it is amazing and just garnered my utmost respect. But you're going to see it Monday, and let me know what you think of it. And I have got to get out of here. So if there's anyone here who hey, Lisa, hello, hello. Let me know. Hey, Vives, hello. New York already went crazy last 2 weekends with snow. Yeah, shelves are empty now. Oh, now we've not been getting anything tomorrow, so shelves are full. Okay. All right. So a fellow New Yorker, yeah, Nora. All right. So anyone who is, thank you, Muskegee Land. I appreciate that. Um, anyone who, I know there's a lot of great comments, but I got to get off of here. But anyone who is a content creator who wants me to shout you out, please do a C for content creator. And if you're the first time in the house, do a number 1 so I can also shout you out. I think I did shout out a couple of people, but thank you, Blue Harrington. Hello, hello. So thank you all for joining. Sylvie says it is so easy to get scammed. It is, because they're so professional. They know what they're doing. Look at Bernie Madoff. Remember how he scammed thousands of people out of millions and millions? Some of the people gave him millions, and these were very savvy business people that he fooled. So these people, this is their profession. They've been doing it for a long time, and they're good at being evil criminals. They're good at it. Unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they say, Graham. A scammer's motto, rich or poor, we will scam them all. That is true. That is true. Oh, thank you. There's Nora's art shop link. Do go over, and in fact, did I may have, let me see if I have Nora's painting of where is Nora? I don't see Nora's thing. But yeah, if there's anyone who wants me to shout you out, now's the time. Quick, quick, quick. And if anyone is first time in the house, let me see if I can find this. That's Nora's painting of him. My goddaughter is going to be so delighted. Did you see the expression on his face in that painting? It captured his personality perfectly. All right, folks. Well, there's Nora's art shop on Etsy. Go over and check her out. Yeah, I just showed it, Nora. I just did show it. All right. Love each and every one of you, and I will see you all next time. And I will close with this cute little picture of Kenai. And yeah. All right. All right. I will see you guys later. Check out the video Monday with the interview with Sheila, and then there's going to be a second follow-up interview with her. And I will see you all next week.